Says I'm live. Let's see if even anyone's on here. I don't know. We'll see. I see one person came on. Excuse me while I do the CMT thing that I need to do, which is probably use my teeth to open my coffee creamer. Oh, no. I don't have to. Look at that. My fingers be working today. Hello. My friends who randomly happen to be available on a random day of the week. My friends, hello. Watching me while on the treadmill. California. Oh my gosh. Hi, guys. So as you can tell, you're in my kitchen. Can you see me okay? Can you hear me okay? I have you on a Target box, and I'm having a crummy day. I'm not going to lie. I'm snowed in again, and while I really enjoy sometimes having the excuse of, oh no, I'm snowed in, I don't have to do anything, today was not one of those days. Today was one of those days I genuinely wanted to leave the house. I wanted to go to a special workout class today that I don't know if it's going to happen again. And I'm bummed. I'm bummed that I'm snowed in, and it started snowing at 7 o'clock this morning. And what promised to be, or at least last time I I check weather.com religiously because I'm paranoid of the weather. And it said, accumulation will be like half an inch to 1 inch. It snowed for like 3 hours, and my road disappeared, and no one has plowed it. And because of my car, I'm like, I genuinely don't think I can go to the gym, and I'm really sad about it. And then I've just been in a funk all day. Get used to that. You moved to snow country. I know, Patty. And the thing is, I'm from Chicago. So it's not like it's that different. But here, the weirdness is it's a lot hillier where I live. I'm used to very, very flat land. And even in the flat land, last time I drove in active, heavy-ish, but not crazy blizzard conditions, just regular old, it's Chicago, snowing on a Sunday morning, snowfall, my car got stuck. And I don't know how in the hill country, I have to drive up a hill literally to the last stretch of road is up a hill to get to the gym. And I'm like, I don't think I'd make it. And it's in the middle of nowhere. And my husband's at work in downtown Minneapolis. So I was like, I really don't think I can go to the gym today. And I'm very sad. Very sad. How much do I have? I have no idea how much we have total. We probably got 2 inches at least. I don't know. I have no good way of measuring because nothing accumulates nearby, and it's cold enough outside where I'm not going outside. If I don't get to go and do what I want to do outside, I'm not going outside at all. So I'm sitting here I'm having a day, and I'm just I kind of feel crummy, but I don't think that I'm sick. I have a headache. So I'm brewing a cup of coffee, and I'm like, you know what? I think I just need to talk it out with people. So I was like, where's the easiest way for me to get access to people? Right here. And I need to wrap presents. So I was like, this is a total stretch, total complete. I have no idea what's going to happen, but what if I go live while I wrap my presents and just talk with whoever decides to show up? So here I am. So whatever y'all want to talk about, as long as you don't mind me making noise with my papers and whatnot, there are some things that I can actually show you what I'm wrapping too. There are some I can't because I know my mother will watch this later, and we can't have that because I'm going to wrap some of her presents too. But I can show you some things that I've purchased and that I'm wrapping up for family because you guys, this coffee doesn't look dark enough. So I have 2 different coffees that I drink. In the canister right there, in my Ray Dunn coffee canister, I have Starbucks Christmas blend ground coffee. But when my husband is not home or when it's okay to make noise in the middle of the afternoon, I have my coffee grinder there, and I have whole bean coffee in there. Nothing special, just whatever the on sale stuff was at Sam's Club. That's still good. I like that creamer I put in there. But anyway, I will show you guys some of the stuff I'm wrapping. If you want to bear with me and just hang out because you're also snowed in and have nothing else to do, I'm here for you. Let's talk, because I was just I don't know what to do with myself. And I want to work, but I don't want to work. Like I, for a hot second, considered taking a nap, and I don't nap. But like I'm in that like that head, like I have like the headache that's like, you could nap right now, Brianna. You could do it. And I don't want to. I'm not a napper. I'd rather go to bed early than nap. So you get me no makeup. I did blow dry my hair today out of sheer boredom and the fact that I haven't blow dried my hair in like 2 weeks. That's why I blow dried my hair today. Yeah. So let's see. It's 65 and sunny here in California. Yeah, my mother-in-law, who doesn't know that I'm live right now, I don't think, but she gave me crap on live on Tuesday night, texted me a picture of her out and about in her flip-flops today. And she said, just running errands in Florida, to which I responded, we are no longer friends. So, yeah, I'm at home working. I'm making Christmas cards. Oh, how fun, Emily. Now, Emily, I should know this. Are you the same Emily that lives around here? And you know where around here is. I have somebody on Instagram. I think it's you. I could be wrong, but I think it's you that lives in my area. In which case, I don't blame you. If you're my neighbor, I don't blame you. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Welcome. We should be friends in real life. And I'm not joking. I need a friend that lives around here, and you live around here. You want to be my friend? Oh, you're in downtown? Ew, my husband's in downtown. How are things downtown? Because he hasn't told me yet. Do you live in downtown or do you just work downtown? Because I could have sworn you were in the suburbs. Or is that someone else? Like people who live in my city, which I haven't publicly told you guys where my city is, have found me on Instagram and they're like, hey, we're neighbors. Send the snow to Becky. Oh my gosh, I want to send the snow to Becky so bad. And now I'm busy chatting away and not actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But yes, Emily, we should be friends. We should absolutely like make plans to do that at some point in time. Although I might have to con you to come out my way because I don't drive downtown in snow. You live downtown. Nice. I did that for a hot second while we were in relo. So the first thing I'm going to attempt to wrap. Are you ready for this? Guess who this is for? Bet you can't guess who this is for. Kinetic sand. Is it wrong that I want to break this open and play with it myself? It's true. I was like, this actually sounds like a lot of fun. So if she decides that she wants to open this on Christmas Day, I won't say no and I'd play right along with her. But now the problem is, how do you, I want to wrap it, because for kids, what's more fun for kids? It's unwrapping presents, not like opening a bag, right? You know how as adults we're like, let's just put it all in a cute bag and be done with it. Kids like to open things, right? Like rip paper open, I'm assuming. So because of that, I'm going to try and figure out how to wrap this and make it not look horrible. I have friends in your area. We need to see. It is seeing what's inside. It is seeing in the bag or in the box. Because it's so funny because when we were kids, in my family, there are, on my dad's side, it's just my dad and his brother. That's it. And you guys know if you've seen on a couple of my blogs, my grandfather. My grandfather is my only living grandparent left. And he has 2 sons, my dad and my uncle. My dad has 3 girls. My uncle has 3 boys. And we are alternating. So it's me, then my cousin Justin, then my sister, then my cousin Michael, then my youngest sister, and then my cousin Ryan. We're all very, very close in age. And so we spent every Christmas Eve together for as long as I can remember. And I'm actually really excited because for the first time since I've been married, I will be with my family on Christmas Eve. Like all of them. All 3 boys, all 3 girls, and our now extended families because I'm married. Deanna's not going to be there. Her and her stupid trip to Disney World for Christmas. So close. Well, my cousin and his wife, she's been a member of our family. They started dating in high school. So Ashley's been a member of our family forever anyway. And they have a little baby. And, I wonder if Michael's going to bring his fiance. So my second cousin is married, and not like second cousin, like first cousin, second cousin, like second born cousin is engaged. And my youngest cousin, I think, has a girlfriend, but is probably not going to be with us on that day. But I'm just so excited because it's going to be the first Christmas that most of us, Deanna screwed it up. Way to go, D. We're going to be together for the first time in a long time doing the same old things. But what made me think of it was we always used to make jokes because my grandparents would always get us like one fun thing and then like a square box, which is a rectangle box, a box you get from like JCPenney's, right? And we'd always go, oh no, or my youngest cousin would actually go, oh, it's a square box because it has clothes in it. And that was the running joke for years. And now, like, aren't we all as adults like jazzed to get a square box that might have some nice clothes in it? I just think it's funny. But I remember like always wanting to open the box and wonder what's in the box. If it's not wrapped, she doesn't want it. I like to make things difficult for people to unwrap. I'm a jerk. Were you? No, you didn't know about this at Christmas. So my family does that to me. Like literally, they do that to me. They deliberately make things difficult for me to unwrap because my hands don't work. It's a thing that they do because they all think it's funny. For my bridal shower, my sister, Christina, Alice's mom, my parents or my family got me like a big box. And then in it were like my spatulas and like all the little kitchen tools. She literally individually wrapped every single kitchen tool with a whole lot of tape. So it took me like 25 minutes to open their package. It's true. It's true. So my family did that. And then apparently I made a comment about that at some point in the last couple of years about how my family makes it difficult for me to open things. My sister-in-law deliberately taped every single seam of my Christmas gift this year that we opened the day after Thanksgiving because we had our Christmas on Black Friday in Florida. And at first I'm sitting there like thinking it's funny. And then as I'm trying so hard to find a corner and Kristen's chuckling and her boyfriend's chuckling because he's never like, he knows I have a disability. Obviously he's been with her for a couple of years now and everything. But I sat there and all of a sudden I was like, Kristen, you did this on purpose. And she's like, yes, I did. So now the other side of my family is also making my life difficult by taping things closed. So that's literally been the story of my life. By the way, fun fact, Sam's Club, this is from last year, but they have dual-sided wrapping paper. How cool is that? So I wanted to, if you want to talk about anything, seriously, talk away, ask me questions, ask whatever. We can do a live Q&A type thing. I just wanted to see if anybody was actually going to hop on here while I do this. But I wanted to hop on here. What originally inspired me to do so was the fact that yesterday I realized that 3 weeks from yesterday is the first day of 2020. I'm just going to let that sink in for a second. 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today. Oh! Holy cow, I finished a roll. Voila! I've been beginning to wonder when I was actually going to finish any of the stinking wrapping paper. I have so much wrapping paper that like I can't warrant buying new wrapping paper. You know, does that make sense? Like, you gotta use up what you have, but I don't want to use up what I have. I'm using it. Finally setting up with my tablet, stepping away in order to tea. It just sounds so mean. I mean, it is mean, but I will say this. I grew up, thankfully, it is a blessing that I grew up with a family that treated my disability as a humorous situation, because that trained me to treat it as like, look at my hands, guys. You don't usually see this much of my body in my videos. Look at my hands. Like, I can't do anything about these hands. But they're there. They are my fact. They are my reality, regardless of how I feel about them. So I could either be miserable and everybody can be like, oh, woe is you, poor little baby, and like treat me like this little delicate flower that's going to break at any given second and be like, think of it as a negative thing. Or you can spin it around and be like, well, that's your lot in life. That sucks. Let's make a joke out of it, because what else is there to do except laugh? That's how I was raised. And it's good, because otherwise I'd have a really bad attitude about it. 1 year I'm going to use duct tape, but I probably don't think I'd do that to you. If anybody wraps my gifts in duct tape, forget about it. That's why I have a husband. I'd make him open it for me. I have 2 of those double-sided ones. It takes forever. Yeah, they're so, like, I've gotten through. I'm really impressed that I'm using it up on this nice big present. It's going to be perfect. And that means next year I can get fresh paper. Because I like things like that. Like, does anybody else get excited about buying, like, brand new wrapping paper? Like, you don't even get to use it on yourself, but I just think that that's such a fun thing. I see all the gift wrap every year, and I just want to buy it all. And I'm like, I don't need it. I literally have, you see that right there? That's an entire bin of gift wrap that I need to use up. How do you do the sides of this gracefully? I'm not a pretty present wrapper to begin with, but when it's not a perfect box or something, like, it's just that much harder to wrap. Man, I got wrapping paper for Christmas one year. Like, you got it as a gift one year? Maybe I'll do it to my dad. There you go. That's a good idea. If I did it to my dad, that would be mean, because my dad's hands are worse off than mine are. Oh, man, oh God. So I've been thinking about goals a lot lately because, you know, it's goal planning season and everything. And I'm curious to know, what are some of your guys' goals for the new year? And they don't have to be weight loss related. They can be, but you can put it in a bigger box. Oh, that would have been smart, Patty. I'm currently using the box that it came in as a laptop stand in my kitchen, but that would have actually been really, really smart. Oh, it's all right. Everybody will know that it was wrapped with love by Aunt Brie. It's fine. It's for Alice. She's not going to care what the package looks like. She's just going to care about what's in it. So it's fine. But I'm curious to know what some of your goals are. And I actually, fun fact, I brought downstairs, in case we ended up in like a legit discussion about things, I have a notebook with me and I have my power sheets with me because I'm working on my goals. Because like one of the things I want to do a little bit later is sit down and actually finish my goal planning. And I was listening to Plan with Lakin. I don't know if any of you guys have watched her. She's a planning channel, obviously. And she's somebody who I've met in person once. When did I meet her? I think she was in Chicago for an Erin Condren event that I was at. And she's very, very sweet, very bubbly. And she went to the Cultivate What Matters conference in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, which is, fun fact, where I used to live while Eric was in business school. I loved it there. I would go back there in a heartbeat. I really enjoyed living in Chapel Hill. Not to mention, for a music teacher, for a private voice teacher, I had an amazing job. I worked at a music school that had a secretary that did all my scheduling for me, that took care of all the money for me. All I had to do was show up and teach. It was amazing. And I miss it so much. I don't want to be a teacher, but if I had to teach, that's the way I'd want to do it. So I miss having that option as a full-time job option when it comes to teaching music. But there was this conference, and you could sign up to go. I didn't want to pay for it, which is the only reason I didn't go, because more travel, and we all know how much I hate traveling. And so Lakin did a whole live video about this conference and about the power sheets. And even though I've been using power sheets for years, some of the stuff that she brought back in terms of insight after being at the conference, I found so helpful. For example, one of the things was there's a goals refresh every single quarter, right? It's going to take me forever to wrap presents if I keep talking to you guys, isn't it? So the goals list, where is it? Where is it? Is it at the beginning or at the end? You would think I'd know my way around these by now. There. So there's something that looks like this where you can list out all of your color-coded goals. And that's where you write down your goals and what you're going to do and everything, right? And that's where everyone puts the pressure on. Like, oh, I only have those 8 spaces. I got to make the goals good. I got to do whatever. And we fail to realize that 3 months later, we have the exact same page meant to revisit every single one of those goals that we just set. So the novel idea she came home with was, okay, so instead of writing down one big goal for the year at the beginning, now granted, I already did that, so I'm going to take this thing and run with it in a different way. But like, for example, one of my goals is to get my life. Is there a single day that I'm not going to freeze when I live stream? I just don't know. I just don't know. But so what you can do is say that that's my goal, right? What if for the first quarter, my goal was only to work out 5 days a week and drink all my water? Like that was my goal for the first 3 months. And then for quarter 2, I could work on a new fitness goal. And for quarter 3, I could just, do you get what I'm saying? So like you would zero in and focus on something a lot more specific than the big picture goal, because they think that so many people get so flustered by the idea of having to write down the perfect goal for the year that it just gets away from them. And I totally agreed with that. And she went as far as saying, Lakin went as far as saying, like, we have action plans for each goal, which is, I gave you guys an entire walkthrough of this, but here, let's do, what's one I can show you? Let me show you guys here, because I haven't filled it out yet. So every goal has this action plan, which I can't hold up, the book's too heavy. And you write down your why, you write down your whatever, and you write down your mini goals and your action steps to get to those mini goals. She was going to go so far as to Xerox those 2 pages. So every quarter she could redo the entire process, which I wish I would have thought of before I wrote stuff down. But it's so clever. And the whole point was to say, if it bogs you down, like for me, I'm doing get in the best shape of my life as my goal, but I'm going to have a lot of tasks and a lot of mini goals that are going to get filed underneath that. If the idea of having that big picture goal is too big for you, then don't do a big picture goal. Do a goal for 90 days. 90 days. I don't know. I thought that was really interesting information, and it just gave me a different way of thinking about things, so much so that I'm going to use one of the notebooks to write down like the mini goals, if you will. So I'll be like, okay, Q1, goal number 1, get in the best shape of your life. What am I doing specifically in Q1 to help me achieve that goal? What am I going to do in Q2? And I'll go back and update it as the months go on. I really like that. Send more cards to people for birthday and holidays. I like that a lot. That's actually one of my intentions. Like, it's not a specific goal, but it's one of the things I want to be doing more of. So I don't know. That's just my thought. I'm very curious to know where everyone else is at in their goal setting process. And then one of the things, the way that the power sheets are laid out, I'm not sure how to word my my mini goals for cultivating an exceptional marriage, because that's going to be a goal of mine every year, I think, right? Like logically, that would be one of the primary focuses of every year, would be to have an exceptional marriage. And I don't know, there's 3 mini goal options, right? One of them is I want to make sure that we take a vacation that's just us, even if it's go to a hotel downtown Minneapolis for a night, you know, just something that is deliberately us getting away for the intention of romance and whatnot. And not necessarily, like, we have a cruise coming up, but my in-laws and Kristen and Michael are coming on that cruise. So while it has the opportunity for romantic moments, it's not a romantic vacation that's just the 2 of us. It's a family vacation. And that's one of the things, like, so we want to take a trip, whatever it is, even if it's 1 night away, just us. But I have 2 more goals with that have 3 accompanying action items, and I can't decide what on earth to do. What do you think? That doesn't look too bad, right? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I need to go find a label. And I also lost my pen. I'm getting so into the conversation, I'm forgetting, you know, the entire reason I'm in the kitchen, which is to wrap presents. Oh, lordy, lordy. Labels? Labels! Here we go. Labels. How about some glitter labels? I think I got these from the dollar section of Target last year. Unopened. I have so much wrapping to do. Well, come on down and do some wrapping. That's literally what I'm doing while I'm talking to you guys. So I'm actually feeling pretty stuck. I feel like I've gotten an early start on everything, so the new year doesn't seem to be that important. I mean, truth be told, the new year is just another day. If you want to just keep on trucking along, but is there also something like, how can you take what you're working on and maybe take it a step further or something, you know? Ooh, this is a good one for Alice. Look at the little pink deer. That's perfect. All right. Miss Alice, by far. Oh no, did I just put a hole in it? I sure did. Come on, Brianna. That's why we have packing tape down here. I'm not good at this game, guys. I will never be a pretty rapper. It's just not good. Not in my cards. Not in my cards. All right. We're just going to tape that up and pretend it didn't happen. Because that's how we roll here. And I've lost my pen again. Oh my gosh, this sounds like yesterday. Yesterday I was cooking and 2 ingredients. I lost the ingredients. I couldn't for the life of me figure out where they were. They were canned goods. I put both of them in the refrigerator when I got home from the grocery store. A can of tomato paste and a jar of unopened chicken stock concentrate. Found them both in the fridge. To Alice from Aunt Bree and Uncle Eric. All right. Boom. 1. I've been at this for 26 minutes and I've done 1. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. What else can we do here? I need this. Oh, this has to be bagged. There's no good way to wrap this. All right. Can we talk about the book that I got Alice? This just came out. It says A is for Audra. It's literally an ABC book, beautifully illustrated, of Broadway's leading ladies. I might have to order one for myself. I looked at this book the other day or yesterday when I got it, and I love it. I wonder if my sister's going to see this because I didn't tell my sister I was getting this for her, but I feel that it is my duty to be as Alice's godmother and as Alice's aunt, she's 3. It's time for her first Broadway book. And I thought this one was so appropriate. We got beautiful illustrations. Where's one that you guys will recognize? Do you guys know Heather Headley and the musical Aida? Look at the intensity of that. Oh my gosh. And then of course, for I, nobody else but Miss Idina Menzel, and the little poem says, "Eyes for Idina, whose vocals you'll know from Wicked or Rent or from Letting It Go," because she's the voice of Elsa. Oh my gosh. I love it. I can't handle this book. And the whole book is absolutely amazing. And then for X, they put in all of the extra Broadway ladies that you should know but didn't have room for in the book. I mean, I love this book so much. It was the best random find ever. Do all of my shopping and wrapping on Christmas Eve. If you want to try wrapping and there's wine involved, it takes 26 hours. They were playing Idina at Starbucks yesterday. That makes sense. She just released a new Christmas album. So I'm not at all surprised. Although it's interesting, I have to go back and look. I feel like she just did a Christmas album. And all of a sudden she's releasing another one. I mean, she's a lot more famous now than her. Well, then I guess. I don't know. Oh, man. I am so bad at this, you guys. So bad at this. I miss the days where I could make my sister wrap my presents. My sister wraps the presents for everybody who lives in that house. She's a very good present wrapper. I am not. But yeah, I feel like Idina Menzel just put out a Christmas album not that long ago. And to Brianna, I'm going to be reading this to Alice over the phone. Yeah. Well, and apparently Alice's thing right now is she doesn't want to be read to. She wants to sit and read the books herself. But I'm like, that's fine. Let me teach her who's who. And then she can read. And then if, that little girl who doesn't say all of the words a 3-year-old should say yet, if she can start saying like Adina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, I'd be here for it. Let me tell you what. Make Auntie proud. She already sings being a very loose term. Let It Go. Frozen is her current favorite thing right now. And my sister will send me videos, and she doesn't sing all the words. You'll hear a very quiet, go, go, but the last note where she sings, let the storm rage on. Alice all of a sudden will just go, ah! It's so funny. It's so funny. And I'm like, you know what? She's starting. It sounds like we're going to have a little belter for me to train one of these days. So she's going to be Aunt Bree's little Broadway baby. She just doesn't know it yet. I'm terrible. That's why I'm a jerk when I wrap presents. A tape hid a multitude of sins. Yeah. I don't even try to make it pretty. I just try to get it done. And I'm not sure my husband would do a better job, so it's not like I can pawn it off on him either. It'd be a lot easier if I had stronger fingers, but you got to work with what the good Lord gave you, right? This looks terrible. Terrible. Ah. So, all right, my friends. Anyone else have anything they want to talk about or hear my thoughts on or anything like that? I'm out of conversation. I just needed something to do. And so talking to you guys sounded like a great idea. But it's very clear to me that there ain't no way I'm going to finish wrapping my presents while I live stream because it's taken me forever. But it's been very nice talking to you guys. I feel a bit better, which is nice. Maybe I just needed to get out of my own head for a while. Although then I look outside and it's sad again, Still waiting on my drink. Still? How long is it? You ordered those like 10 minutes ago. That is ridiculous. It's Starbucks. It shouldn't take that long. Ta-da! Yay! Look at this. Terrible. Not flat. Whatever. It looks pretty from the front. You mobile ordered them. Everyone has a specialty. You sing, live stream, vlog. Now you want to rap well. Don't be greedy. I don't want to rap well. I want to rap acceptably. Does that make sense? I don't care that much. My grandmother she worked at Hallmark just for fun. She never had to work, but when my grandfather retired, I think, is when my grandmother got her first job. And that was working at Hallmark. And she probably spent her entire paycheck at Hallmark. But she always had the most beautifully wrapped gifts. Beautifully wrapped. And I don't know, I always wish, I watched her do it a time or two in the store. And I was just like, oh, it'd be so nice to, I love giving gifts. And it would be so nice if the wrapping paper on the outside presented it in the manner that I feel giving it to you. Here's this thing that I hope you love. And I wish I could just make the packaging give as much joy. That feeling when you get a beautifully wrapped package that you say it's too pretty to even open. That's what I wish I could do. It's probably better for my wallet that I can't do that because then I would just buy all the wrapping things. But it would just be nice to be able to have the outside be taken care of with the same amount of love and intent as the inside. You know what I mean? I've been trying to think of a word of the year for 2020. I just can't seem to figure out what it would be. Well, what are some of the words you're thinking about? For those of you that missed it, my word for 2020 is vibrant. It means with energy and enthusiasm. And I think that's very appropriate for what I want to accomplish in 2020. So that's my word of the year. But you got to think about what do you need to do or who do you need to be your best self in 2020? And kind of go from there. Do you need peace? Do you need grace? Do you need energy? Do you need to flourish or bloom where you're planted? Do you need focus? Do you need relaxation? Do you like your word should be something that you're intending to be or do in 2020. I almost said 2018. Where did that come from? Yikes. To Alice from Aunt Brie. Uncle Eric doesn't get credit for this one. The Broadway book is just from Aunt Brie. Oh, what else? Oh, I should wrap this. Got some other things up in here. Got an Eric Condren notebook with initials embossed in them because they finally got notebooks that were good for men instead of like bright pink colors and things like that. I took a couple of quizzes and Courage and Fearless both kept coming up, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling them. Okay. Courage and Fearless. Those are good. I like them, but I don't know if they're quite what you need. So here's what we do. You guys can still see me, right? I can't see you. My favorite thing to do has been to go to the thesaurus. So what's, fearless? This is really hard to do with this thing up so high. Bold, confidence, daring. What's in it? Plucky, bodacious, brassy, valiant, courageous. I've lost my chat. Invincible and authentic. Most of my life being everything everyone else wants me to be. It's my time to shine. I love that. Authenticity is so important. And I was actually talking about that with my friend last night. We were doing book club together last night, which of course ended up in like a 3-hour conversation like it normally does. But one of the questions was talking about where we wear masks or we are a fake version of ourselves. We're going through the book Love Does. And so we were talking about that, and I actually answered pretty openly. I was like, I like to think that I don't think I put out a different version of myself anymore. Like when I was in high school or even in college, I could say that I did. But now, like the people that know me most personally are the people I'm the same person with them as I am with my husband, as I am with you guys online. I'm the same person. And I looked at her, and because she's one of my close friends, I looked at her and I was like, tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm giving myself too much credit. But I like to think I'm a pretty authentic person, and what you see is what you get. And she told me that was accurate of me, which was great. And you know how freeing it is to just be unashamedly, authentically yourself? It really is freeing to be that for yourself. And I mean, okay, so it's the middle of the afternoon on a Thursday, and I've got 11 people willing to hang out with me while I have no makeup on, and I'm standing in my kitchen rambling about nothing, wrapping Christmas presents. This is me, y'all. This is me, and you still show up for me. So, and that, to me, is a lesson in authenticity. Like, look, you might not be the most popular person on the planet, and that's totally fine, but your authenticity is still bringing people to you. And they're the people that are meant to see you at that point in time, So I think, Renee, that's great. As for what your word should be, Lissa, I'm not sure. I could look into some words that I think might be appropriate for you later. I want to like cruise through the thesaurus, but I got to be wrapping things. But the thesaurus is a great place to get other words. You being you, isn't that a strange concept? I know. It's crazy to me that we spend so much of our time trying to be people that we're not, to impress people that we don't even like. Like what difference does it really make? And the minute that I started to let go, like I'm still having this battle. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I still have a battle on and off with wanting everything in my internet life to grow. Like, I would love to one of these days hit 100,000 subscribers. I wouldn't really kill, but you know what I mean, for 10,000 subscribers on Instagram or followers on Instagram, just for the stupid swipe up button. That's all I want, is a stupid swipe up button. And the way Instagram works, a bunch of people will like or follow you and then unfollow you when you don't follow them back. It's a stupid, the Instagram's stupid right now. And so I regularly watch my following go up and then go back down and then go up. And over a period of 2 weeks, my growth is hardly any. And it's so frustrating. But then there are days that I actually sit there and remind myself, Brianna, it doesn't matter. The numbers really, truly just don't matter. And on the days that I actually mean that, it feels so good to just be so what? It doesn't matter. You're talking to the people, and the people that are sticking around are the people that actually care about you for you or like what you have to say. And you don't need room in your life for anybody that doesn't care for you. And it just feels so much better to not care so much about what other people think. It's really great to just be me unashamedly. I'm hanging out in yoga pants. I'm hanging out in this shirt that looks a lot nicer on camera than it actually is. It's glorified. It's not a sweatshirt, but it's definitely meant to be a comfy shirt. The only reason I have a headband in my hair and my hair is actually doing okay is because I got bored and blow dried my hair and I wanted it out of my face. But if I put it back with a clip or with a hair tie, I'll get a crease in my hair. So that's why there's a cute headband. It looks like I put forth effort. I didn't. None. Zero. Yeah, I know you have a word for your entire life. I know that, and I thought about that, but that's not an actionable word for you to use as a word of the year. So I'm trying to decide, I'm trying to think of words that give off that same thing. I don't know. I'm trying really hard to think of a word, and none is coming to me right now. But I understand the idea of what's a good word for gray area? You know what I'm talking about, Lissa. I can't think of one. I'm at a loss for words, literally. Lente from Eric and Bree. Yes, that's 3 down, you guys. 3 presents down. Happy day. Social media is today's popularity contest. Amen. Amen. I can't imagine what kind of mental space I would be in today if there was social media in high school. Because I cared too much in high school. I cared way too much. And what was nice about in high school, I was a nerd, but I was in choir, which some of the popular girls were also in. So I was friends, loose term. We got along. We never fought. We never did none of the drama that happened in high school TV shows. I was steadily in the middle. I wasn't a complete loser. I was not a popular person, but I was friends with everybody. I just kind of hung out in the middle there. And except for the Main Street bully who hated everybody, and she didn't even really give me the time of day. So I don't even consider myself to have been one of her victims or anything like that. I was just steadily in the middle. Everyone either liked me or couldn't care less about me. But if social media was a thing when I was in high school, could you imagine I don't know how kids these days do it. I don't know. We'll definitely have to talk about it later. Yeah, we will. I'm trying, I will come up with words for you. Social media stays reminds me of high school. I was unpopular and that's okay, but it was devastating as a kid. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And it's just one of those things that I don't actually know. My husband went to a very small, very conservatively Christian high school. And, yeah, this will work. And I would imagine, I don't know this to be fact, but I would imagine that my husband was a bit of the geeky, nerdy, not necessarily popular guy. And I mean, quite frankly, it's one of those look at him now things. Like, without fail, a lot of the nerds and a lot of the losers or whatever, like, they turn out all right. My husband's doing very well for himself. What are the popular people doing? I mean, out of their high school, I've met some of his very, very small class, and they're all doing fine. A lot of them are, so I guess his high school is a bad example, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the running joke always is, the popular people are going to be the ones that are like serving the nerds later in life. It's not necessarily wrong. The nerds are the ones that are going to get it done and get it done well. Which is why I always knew that I would marry a nerd. Never mind the fact that I am a nerd in my own right. I'm a theater nerd, though. That's a different kind of nerd. This is definitely crooked. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I have to remember I have to remember how to label this, because this is from me and my sister. Oh, man. Hang on. Keep commenting. I'll look up in a second. I'm focused at the moment. Why didn't that stick? Come on. Guys, today I'm expecting a delivery from Dobar Donuts, and I am so excited I can barely contain myself. I want the mailman to get here now, and he's not going to come till like 5 to drop my package off. For those of you who don't know, Dobar Donuts is a protein donut company. They were on Shark Tank. They sent me product. I discovered them long before they were on Shark Tank. And they're just the sweetest people. Oh gosh, what are their names now? I'm not gonna remember. Marquez and Andrea. That's their names, the founders of this company. And the last time they launched a product, it was a gluten-free product, and quite frankly, I thought it was terrible. And I told them such. I'm like, sorry guys, I don't like this one. But they came out with something new, and I couldn't help myself, and I ordered some of their stuff. I haven't had their stuff in such a long time, and I'm so excited. One of the few companies I order from, or I used to order from regularly. All right, let's see. I'm getting faster. Yeah, kind of. I was in high school. I would have been friends with you. Aww. I always befriend the underdogs. I felt like a misfit toy. Oh, the Misfit Toys. I watched that movie the other day. That's my favorite Christmas movie, you guys. Yeah, I'm team be friends with everybody. I believe that there are some people that you need in small doses, but there's no reason to be nasty or not be kind to anyone. You know? If I still lived in Virginia for high school, I would have gone to T.C. Williams High School, the school from Remember the Titans. Oh, sweet. Huh. That's cool. I grew up near, like, next door, if not like literally next door, but a couple cities over. You know the movie Mean Girls? That's based off of the area that I grew up in. A couple towns over. The mall is Old Orchard Mall, which I have worked at. And the school, I don't remember what school it was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be New Trier High School. Neighbors. We were neighbors. The Mean Girls people. It's true. The North Shore people. Oh my gosh. I'm like, yep, it's true. It's true. Because they said they called it like Cook County or something. That's where I lived. I live in Cook County. And it's not terribly inaccurate either. The North Shore is, or I guess it was North Shore High School. The North Shore is where the rich people in our area live. All right, hang on a second. 2. It's kind of funny putting my husband's name on that label. I was a band nerd. Me too. My husband and I started dating in high school. He's so hot to me, so opposite to me. He's an introverted brainiac, and I was extroverted but socially awkward. We were drawn to each other. I love that. I mean, my husband and I kind of have the same relationship. He wants, well, he's getting less, either he's getting cooler, and like, I mean, I'm using like the high school terms, but like he was very socially awkward. And not like, even when I met him, he was still kind of socially awkward. He loved, like, especially right after we got married and stuff, and he got like the big job at the big fancy consulting firm. He loved taking me to events because while still nerdy, I'm the social butterfly because I'm a theater girl and I'm very good at talking to people, relating to people, and getting people to like me. And then by relationship, if they like me, they like him. So he loved bringing me with him to holiday parties and things like that as arm candy because I was real good in the social situations. And he felt it upped his clout a little bit having me with him because I was the extroverted and like good socially person. I was a kid who was bullied and had no friends. Must have had some kind of target on me because I too crossed the state lines. I never could understand. I have one recollection of being bullied, and I wasn't even the person bullied. It was my best friend at the time he's gay now. And he was gay years ago too. But he was like the loserly nerd type person, and he bloomed later in life. But I'll never forget this. We were sitting at the lunch table, him and I. And this is the sass before he even came out, or maybe he just come out of the closet. I don't know. The big bully, who was a girl, by the way, the big bully came up to him. And while we were eating lunch, I was right there across the table from him. And words were said. I don't remember what happened. It was like I was watching a movie. And he had a salad in front of him. And she came up to him. Words were said. Sass was had. And she flipped his salad on top of him and then proceeded to walk to the other side of the lunchroom. And I just kind of stood there dumbfounded. Because even when I was in high school, like bullying was still a thing, but it wasn't such a public thing, like a publicly shamed thing or a public, like, to be bullied today. Like there's so much social media about anti-bullying and whatnot. I don't think that was the case when I was in high school. But I'll never forget this. He got up because you don't do that. Like he wasn't like bogged down by it or anything. He got up. He grabbed his milk carton. He walked to the other side of the lunchroom. And I watched this. I watched the whole thing like this. I was like, oh God, something bad's about to go down. He opens the milk carton, walks up to her, the bully in high school, and dumps the milk carton on her head. I still can't think about it without laughing. And of course, both he and the bully, ooh, UPS man got something for me? Maybe? No. They both got in trouble. Oh my gosh, I thought it was hysterical. I was like, you know what? She had it coming. And kudos to my buddy for having the balls to do something about it. Was it the right thing? No, but it was a bold thing. Oh my gosh. It was the funniest thing. And, oh man. But the bullying in my school was very, very weird. Because there's this girl who I grew up with, who her family, like there are 4 sisters, and they're on social media. They run the what's it called? Diaz Dance Studio in LA now. They're literally Barbie dolls. They are the most gorgeous women ever. All 4 of the sisters, and the mother is beautiful too. And I've known them since I was little. Like I remember when the youngest one was itty bitty, and my dad, because my dad was Mr. Mom, so my dad knew the mom from doing school events and stuff. So they were friends. Whatever. Long story short, like, and these were the girls that like I always wanted to be. Like they were beautiful, they were talented, they were just everything. Everybody wanted to be one of them. But apparently, and so I thought it was always really cool. Like I felt like my social clout got upped when in high school, the youngest one, who's beautiful, the youngest one was in choir as well. She's a couple years behind me. Started sitting with me and my group at the lunch table because we were just all the choir nerds. We always band together. You never knew if the cheerleader who was in choir, or you never knew who was going to come sit with us. We were just kind of the middle ground table. All were welcome at our table. And this girl started to sit with us. And I was just like, oh, hey, how's our social rank going? Because we've got one of these sisters sitting with us, right? She left. They moved to LA. And I talked to her years later. I didn't realize that she, the beautiful and presumably one of the most popular girls in school, left the high school because she was being bullied. Who the heck bullies like the most beautiful girl in school? So I don't understand the bullying that happened in my school. I don't get it. I don't know, because one person got bullied and the person she bullied got milk dumped on her head by said, or you know what I mean, story I just told. And then apparently one of who I thought was one of the most popular girls in school left because she was getting bullied to the point of like insanity. I don't know. So I never really understood bullying. I did violate. Let's see. Is he an extrovert by association? My friend? Oh, my husband. No, we're both ambiverts, I think. I don't know. Roxanne, hello. Sorry, I'm only half paying attention to the chat roll because I'm doing stuff. Through middle school, and then I was in every band and choir group and became popular in my own realm. Yes. Choir, man. Choir was the way to go. I was bullied in school as well. Unfortunately, I was also bullied by my parents, so it made me extra susceptible. That sucks. I'm sorry. My heart goes out to everybody who has hard relationships like that with their parents. And I mean, don't get me wrong, my parents aren't perfect by any sense, but my parents have always supported us and loved us without fail. They are not perfect humans, but neither are we. And so I don't know what that's like, and I'm very blessed to not know what that's like, but my heart goes out to you guys because I cannot imagine what that's like. I cannot imagine, and my heart breaks for you guys that have to experience that. Underdiagnosed trauma. I dropped out of 6th grade. Oh my goodness. This is supposed to be an uplifting place, my friends. This is an uplifting place. I know, and that's hard. But all are welcome here. I will never bully you. I might tough love you into submission, but I will not bully you. Oh, so my friends, what else do you want to talk about? I know Emily's still hiding in here while she's doing her Christmas cards. Now I can't get that scene of my friend in high school dumping milk on the bully's head out of my head, and it's hysterical. What else do I need to wrap? This I can't wrap. This I can wrap. This I can wrap. Okay, we're getting there. What are these? Oh, great. And this. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Okay. So to go with her kinetic sand play box, this is so heavy. I should be weightlifting with this thing. This is, I think, 3 pounds of kinetic sand. 3 pounds of kinetic sand. I should just sit here and do this, right? Hey, that would work. Yes. Sorry, Alice, you can't have this. I need it to lift weights. Anyway, I got her kinetic sand. I don't know if I should wrap, like, should I put these in a bag for her? So I got her the sand, and I got her, like, all these little shapey things. Like, there's a turtle and a seahorse and a boat and, like, things to make shapes out of the kinetic sand. I'm thinking I might just need to put this in a bag. What do you think? I don't know that wrapping this is worth my... Well, maybe. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe I will wrap it because I really think that it's more fun to unwrap presents when you're a kid. Like, not bags. Right? I'm not crazy. Kinetic sand is super fun. I've never played with it. But so Alice has like some sensory disorders and stuff. And my sister says that her physical therapist, occupational therapist, whatever therapists, play with that. And hey, I have to remember I have to acknowledge what I'm wrapping so I don't forget while I'm talking to you guys. Okay. Bag for sure. Yeah, I'm thinking I need to put those in a bag. She already has 2 things to unwrap from me, and I just have to make sure she unwraps the big present first. That's all. I just can't. No! Are you seriously not big enough? Is this not the worst thing ever? I was trying to use a scrap of paper. Oh, I'm going to make that work because I'm not wasting this piece of paper. That's why authentic is my word for 2020. They still try to bully me, and I'm listening to say no and learning to say no and not feeling guilty about it. You go, girl. I assume you're talking about your parents. You go. You have my full and undying support, and yes, I want to support you all the way because good for you. One of the lectures that I really love to give to certain people is other people's opinions are none of your business. I don't care if it's your parents. I'm sorry, and again, I cannot speak from experience on this, but I'm sorry. If your parents are horrible people to you, they do not deserve your negative energy. Yes, thank you for giving me life, but if you're going to be a horrible person, you do not deserve to have my negative energy, my emotional energy spent on you. It's not worth it. And you know what? If they are being negative to you, it's their problem. They have a problem. The problem is not you. They are taking it out on you. They have some sort of problem that's not your fault, and it is not on you to fix, and it's not on you to take the blame. So if that's the situation, I'm sorry you're going through that, but do not give them the satisfaction of taking your energy, especially your positive energy. Please. Oh, this blows. It's not going to work, guys. It's not going to work. And I'm wondering if it matters enough to change it. I don't think it does. That's annoying. Hello. I cannot believe that I've been rambling on at you guys for an hour, and some of you have been here the whole time. You are the real MVPs, my friend, as I'm sitting here wrapping my presents. Oh, what if I do this? What if... No, that's not going to work either. I'm not good at this. Oh, boy. Oh, it's not that I can't believe that I have been rambling for an hour. I can't believe that people have stuck around for it. I literally went on, I was like, this is a total crapshoot and nobody's going to show up. That's literally what I told myself before I started this thing. I was like, it's fine. If no one comes, you can just turn it off and pretend it never happened. No problem. No problem. I love sensory play. The kids I babysit is used to use them myself. Yeah, I'm really looking. I'm hoping Alice wants to open this kinetic sand because I kind of want to play with it. I'm not gonna lie. Suki's still here. She's been quiet, but she's here. They expend too much of my energy that could be used in a multitude positively. They steal my sunshine. Do not let them steal your sunshine. Don't do it. I know it's easier said than done. I know that. I understand that. But that's if there's one thing, and Rachel Hollis has taught me a lot, if there's one thing that is the best thing she's ever preached that stuck with me the most, it's that. Other people's opinion are none of my other people's opinions of me are none of my business. And especially working in the internet world, where the bigger I get, and my goal is to get bigger, the bigger I get, the more hate I'm going to get. The more people are going to judge me for showing up like this with no makeup on and having the nerve to not have a professionally done live stream. People are going to hate it. And I have to remember that other people's opinions of me and my channel are none of my business. It's fine. Hate me. I don't care. No. Oh, things are crashing to the ground. It's a hot mess over here. It's a hot mess. This isn't horrible, is it? It's just a plain white box. You can't actually tell what it is. Just flip it this way. He's a boy, so I'm going to use the obnoxiously glittery snowman. Da, 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 da. Would kinetic sand be a good gift for a 3-year-old, or would that be too young? So that's a great question. I flat out asked my sister, because my sister asked if, or on her wish list, on Alice's wish list, was kinetic sand. And I looked at this and I messaged her. I was like, is Alice still too young for kinetic sand? I'm like, I'm just picturing the mess all over my parents' house. And she's like, no, her physical therapist works with her with that all the time. And she loves playing with it with Miss Rowe. And I said, okay, as long as we know what we're getting ourselves into, that's what I'll buy her. I just want to make sure that it is in fact an okay thing. So for the 3-year-old in my family, yes, it is. Let's see what the age actually is on here. It says not for children under 3 years. So 3 is okay. Look at that. Shoot, I almost forgot what I was wrapping. Oh. How many things did I buy him? I need to write all this down. Sorry, guys. I had to focus for a second on presents. Give me one moment. Talk amongst yourselves. What did I get him? Okay. I just need to remember. I buy things in so many random batches, I don't even remember what all I buy people anymore. Oh, boy. Okay. Sandra, hello. I applaud your time. I had to sit down at my desk when you started filming. Hey, that's great. I used it for a 2-year-old. It depends on the child. You just need supervised play. Yeah, so that's why the first thing I got Alice, I decided like for sure I was getting her the kinetic sand when I found the thing that was the built-in sandbox. Like that was the thing. I got this on Target. And so what you do is you just open it and they play in the sandbox and then you can close it up. So it contains the mess. You don't have to like create the space for it. It's all right there in the sandbox. That's what made me go, oh, this is perfect. And then I got stuff to go with the sandbox. But I was a little bit skeptical about it until I found the sandbox thing. Then I was all for it. I sure hope I cut a long enough piece. I did. Oh man, you guys, look at this. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? Have I only done 6 presents? I thought I was doing so well. Maybe get a dishpan to play with it. Yep. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll vlog if Alice decides to play with it on Christmas. We can do a little vlog thing and she can show me how she plays with it as a 3-year-old. I don't know. Because I plan on vlogging for Christmas. Even though technically by then Vlogmas is over. Oh, that reminds me, I actually have to work today. I have stuff to produce. Content to produce. Little tubs of kinetic sand. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. They also had, oh no, this was Amazon. Amazon had a set, like think Play-Doh, where you can get like 10 different colors of Play-Doh in one box. Only it was kinetic sand. And I almost got that, but the OCD person in me thought that the idea of giving a 3-year-old a bunch of different colors, knowing they were all going to get mixed up, drove me crazy. So that's why she's getting a bunch of the plain colored sand, like the sand colored sand. And maybe next year she gets some colors because then she'll at least know what she's doing with the colors. But this year I was not about her getting colors just to mix them together. Just how messy is kinetic sand? Like, does it all stay together really easily or not? Because I would be lying if I didn't say that I thought about picking up a little container for myself to play with just as like a little stress reliever when I'm not doing anything. Because it would actually probably be really good finger therapy for me. Because I need to make sure that I'm not good at keeping these fingers as active as they need to be. And I actually, somewhere around this house, I have TheraPutty, which is like this really thick putty that you use to strengthen your fingers. I use one of those extra large aluminum roasting pans. Yes. All right. All right, my friends. What else? Anything else? Because I've officially run out of things to talk about. It sweeps up pretty easily and it's pretty easy to clean up. All right. I'll consider it. I guess after, like, fact of the matter is I don't have to worry about it for the next 2 weeks because I'll play with it with Alice, and Christmas is in 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks now, actually. So it's not an urgent matter of me like, oh, I should go get this for myself. It doesn't matter. Not right now anyway. But it's fine consistency than regular. Oh, interesting. Very good to work on PC development. I'm intrigued. Color me intrigued. Oh, it says it never dries out. Is that true? That's literally what the bag says. Modeling compound not intended to be eaten. Not Weight Watchers friendly, guys. Huh. Does it actually tell you what it is? They have purple glitter kinetic sand. Well, that sounds right up my alley. What is it? See, because it's not food, they don't have to tell you what it is. I want to know what's in it. Feels and molds like real beach sand. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I wrapped another present. My son has autism, so it's awesome for sensory issues and hand strength. Yeah, so I don't have the sensory issues, but I have the hand strength. Alice has I don't have the hand strength. Alice has the sensory issues. 2. Wow, I'm not good at this game, guys. Okay. All right. Look at that. But I have a whole pile. I have a whole pile. I'm very pleased with myself. How much of this do I have left? Oh, I might use this roll up too. It's a good day, my friends. It's a good day. Let's see. If I can fold this down, I can probably wrap this so she has another thing to unwrap. Anything else you guys have on your minds? If not, I will probably sign off because I'm legitimately out of things to say. Constructive things to say anyway. This is not going to go well. This is really not going to go well. It's fine. Now I've inspired you to start wrapping. Dude, Christmas is 2 weeks away. Less than 2 weeks away, which is mind-boggling to me. I am so excited. And yet so... Because there's so much travel. There's so much travel, and I'm really not looking forward to the so much travel part, but I'm really looking forward to going home and doing something that feels normal, like going to church. I got an email about our rehearsal today, and I was just like, this makes me so happy to know that this is coming, and I get to go to church, and I get to sing, and I get to just do what I love to do with people that I love to do it with. That's 2, ladies and gentlemen. That's 2. Heck yes. All right. I call people dude all the time. I call people dude all the time too. I call Gracie dude. I call my husband dude. Usually it's in an exclamation. That's the word. Of some, like, dude, what are you doing? But yeah, that's how I use that word. When you say When you say you have to go to work, what does that look like? I don't have to go to work. I have to go do work, which means like editing videos to upload to my YouTube channel or write a blog post that I'm behind on. That's what going to work is for me because that's what my work is. My work is creating content for y'all. That is my full-time job. Although I call it like it's what I do for money. It is my part-time job. My full-time job is being a homemaker. As evidenced by the fact that yesterday I spent the day cleaning the house, making a mess of the kitchen, then proceeding to clean up the kitchen, with the result being a bunch of prepped dinners and stuff for my husband. That's my full-time job. But when I say I have to work, I do YouTube stuff or Diva and the Divine stuff. Social media, content planning, filming, which I originally thought I was going to do some of today, but then I decided I just didn't want to. So that's the thing. I'm having a hard time getting motivated to sit down and film lately. It's all one big giant cyclical thing. This is supposed to be lunch and blog writing time. Well, you could still go blog write because, you know, the conversation over here is so riveting. Distracted by the fact that I'm freezing in the Starbucks. At least I have new fingerless gloves. Guys, I slept in my fingerless gloves last night. Or not fingerless gloves, like they're hand warmers. I dug them out because I was so cold the night before. And it's not that we're not like heating our house. The problem is because we're an end unit of our townhome, we like the insulation of the windows must not be perfect, but like out in our living room, it can get cold. Even if the sorry, I got totally distracted and derailed. Even if like the heat is on and the windows are all closed and everything, like it still gets cold. And I don't know if it's because there's no sun or I don't know if it's just the way my body works, but the later in the evening it gets, the harder it is for my body to retain heat. CMT patients already have problems with temperature regulation. So at night, I'm usually frozen. And then not last night, but the night before, I went to bed and was just cold. I had my electric foot warmer thing on. I was freezing. So last night, I took my electric foot warmer. I stuck it under the covers where my body was going to be, preheated the bed until right before I got into bed. And then I had my slipper socks on, my pajama pants on, a long sleeve shirt on, and then I dug out my hand warmers. And I thought, I'll just wait until my hands get warm enough, and then I'll probably take them off before I fall asleep. Nope. In my feet, in my slippers, socks, in my electric foot warmer, covered up with a million blankets, and still the hand warmers on is how I woke up this morning. It was glorious. I love them. I'm chugging down my second tea so I can get some refills. I have 10,000 steps to go. How many steps do I need today? I accident 8,000. I still need 6,000 steps today. I'll do it. Housework will make me do it. Or I will stand and walk while I watch TV. It is what it is because I'm clearly not leaving the house today. And I don't really feel like I did. My workout today was playing the Nintendo Wii. Not Wii. It's not a Wii. The Nintendo Switch Ring Fit game. And that's hard. It doesn't let you get as many steps as you need because a lot of the action is like squats and this and that and the other thing. But it's quite difficult. You get a workout in. You get a muscle toning workout in. Kinetic sand. I almost forgot what was in the bag I just wrapped. You do a good job. You can binge watch your videos. Well, thank you. This is supposed to be lunch. You can share it, Lissa. That's fine. Go ahead. There's just a small team of us. Just the loyals are here, and so all the loyals know who you are anyway. It's fine. Who was this for? Alice. Eric. And Bree. All right. The worst part of this is now I have to bring all these upstairs because that's where our Christmas tree is. Oh, my friends. There is, if you are at all interested in my other hobby, which is Broadway, obviously, there is a new trailer out for the movie version of the musical In the Heights, which is written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is better known as the guy who created Hamilton. If Hamilton is at all interesting to you, and this will be interesting to a bigger catch-all basket. No kidding. No, I'm just going to end up going up and down the stairs like 6 or 7 times. That's where all my steps are going to come from, hauling the stuff up and down the stairs. But I do not like rap music. It is not my style. It never has been. I can't stand it. I also don't like history. I never liked history. I never cared about history. Hamilton happened, and it's like the merging of two things that I have a passionate dislike for ended up being the greatest thing ever. So I have a whole new appreciation for Lin-Manuel Miranda's work after Hamilton, because I listened to In the Heights. I went and saw In the Heights, and there's one song from In the Heights that I actually like to perform, and I sing it really, really well. It's not a rap song. Obviously, it's one of the more musical theater type songs in there, but I really enjoy singing it. And but I never was like, I'm like, ugh, In the Heights, not my favorite. It's so rappy. It's so not my style. Now that I have fallen in love with Hamilton, seen Hamilton, embraced all of the Hamilton way of life. I love Hamilton. I'm excited to go back and reintroduce myself to In the Heights, because you can tell that it's Lin-Manuel Miranda's style. It's the same style as Hamilton. Didn't know you were live. That's because I just completely decided to go live randomly. I've been at this for almost an hour and a half, and my friends that are hanging out with me are helping me keep me occupied while I wrap Christmas presents. That's what this is. That's why you're in my kitchen. And my battery is going to die. I only have 25% battery left, so this live will be over very, very soon. I started at 100%. So apparently live streaming, my battery gets about, it could probably stretch to an hour and 40. So good to know. Anyway, the trailer for In the Heights launched today. So if you're at all interested in Hamilton or Lin-Manuel Miranda or things that I'm interested in, it's worth searching for. I think it was on playbill.com. You can search In the Heights trailer and you'll find it. It looks good. I'm really excited to see this show come on, this stage show get turned into a movie legitimately. I'm always a little bit skeptical of musicals that have become movies. I've seen some really, really good ones. I'm pretty sure Wicked's supposed to become a movie, and I'm not looking forward to that one because I'm afraid they're going to ruin it by trying to make it a movie. But why do I have a weird thing happening on the bottom of my screen? I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited about it. So let's see. Dinner. I can't wait for dinner. I don't have to cook tonight, and I'm very excited. We decided that we're just having leftover stuffed peppers that I made yesterday. I don't have any left either. Dang. There's nothing worse than thinking your coffee is hot and getting a mouthful of cold coffee. Oh, goodness. Anyway, my friends, I think I'm going to call it. Because I've got a couple of other presents I need to wrap. And did your fridge get fixed? Oh, my fridge didn't get fixed. Yours truly fixed her own refrigerator. Yes. Housewife extraordinaire right here. I figured it out all on my own with the help of YouTube. But I did it myself, and I always feel so accomplished when I, the person with hands that don't work, can solve a home problem that saves us calling the repairman. Yes. So, in case you're wondering, if your side-by-side ever freezes up, it could be one of two things. You could either have a frozen line, and I don't know which one it was because I solved for both problems. The solution was my hairdryer. I warmed up towards here. I also warmed this side of the door. But the other thing that it could be was, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. The water filter is back, and you can't see it. The water filter is back there. Apparently, that can freeze as well, even though it's in the refrigerator. And if that freezes, water cannot get through to the door. So just for fun, I pulled that out, clicked the button to see if water ran into the refrigerator, and it did. So I also took the hairdryer and thawed out the filter, put the filter back in. Boom, we had water again. Now you know. Wait. Yep. Okay, my friends. So I figured that out. It was a good day. I vlogged about it. Was it my last video? I published that video, right? That was yesterday's video? I don't even know. And this is why I'm just jumbled mess. I haven't produced like legitimate real content in like weeks because it's been Vlogmas. Thank you guys for hanging out with me in this hot mess that I am. I appreciate it so very much, but I'm going to go ahead and go. It's been a very, very long live stream. It was yesterday's vlog. Thank you, because I can't keep track. I don't know. Tomorrow's video is going to be a what I eat to lose weight vlog. You know, plain and simple and delightful and delicious. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for hanging out with me. And started watching the last video and got sidetracked. Okay, there you go. Well, I'm taking your excuse away, Lissa. Go to the gym, do your movement. Even I got movement in today. It was technically playing a video game, but I still did it. And there's only a week and a half left of this stinking step bet, so let's get it done if you're in the step bet. And yeah, that's all for now. Thank you for hanging out with me. Seriously, you guys. This was so nice that you guys actually took the time to hang out with me randomly. And now my battery is blinking low battery. So I'm going to go. Thank you. Take care. Have a wonderful day and stay warm.